last one. Worksheet number 20. Last worksheet for the preparation. Then we get to do some practice tests. So we have worksheet number 20, also synthesis. So we're going to look at the first problem. It says f of x equals the square root of x plus 9. Evaluate for when x equals y squared minus 6y. So we're going to take y squared minus 6y and we're going to plug it in for x and we're going to simplify. That's what evaluate means. So we get f of x equals the square root. Instead of writing x, we're going to write y squared minus 6y plus 9. And we're going to see, hey, you should notice that this, is it in standard form? Yes. Is there a common factor? No. Is it a special case, meaning is a binomial square, or the difference of squares? Difference of squares is always two terms. Binomial square is 3 terms. This has 3 terms. First and third are perfect squares. Yes, that's a perfect square. Y squared is a perfect square. 9 is a perfect square. Second sign positive. Yes. So we got yes, 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 and this is the tricky one. The middle equals 2 times the square root of the first times the square root of the last. So we have, does the middle term, does 6y equal 2 times the square root of y squared times the square root of 9? And yes, it does. 2 times y times 3 equals 6y. So this is a binomial square. F of x, and this square and this square root will cancel, so we get f of x equals y minus 3. So that would simplify to y minus 3. It's a good one. A balloon has a volume of 60 pi inches cubed. So the volume of a sphere equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So we're going to substitute 60 pi in for 4/3 pi r cubed. And first we're going to multiply by 3/4. 3/4. 4 goes into 60 15 times, and 3 times 15 is 45. Pi equals pi r cubed. We're going to divide by pi. Did I do that right? 15, yeah, and 3 times 15 is 45. That should work. Did I not do that right? So we get 45 equals r cubed. And take the cube root of 45. Cube root of r to the third. 45 is not a perfect cube, first of all. 45 cube root, 3.55. What did I do wrong here? 60 inches cubed. The balloon has a volume. That's correct. It is then inflated to 3 times the volume. What is its new radius to the nearest inch? Volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. Oh, no, it's not. Is it 4? Maybe it's 4 pi r cubed. Did I make that mistake earlier? Maybe that's surface area. Surface area of a sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E. No, surface area is 4 pi r squared, yes. So volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. Balloon has a volume and is inflated 3 times its volume. What is its new radius? All right, well, it would have been that, but we can do this. We can reverse engineer this. So if the volume inflated to 3 times the volume, so that's going to be 180 pi is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Well, let's divide by pi first. We can do that way. 180 equals 4/3 r cubed multiplied by 3/4 multiplied by 3/4. 4 goes into 180. 180 divided by 4 gives me 45. So we get 3 times 45 equals r cubed. That's 15. That's 12. 13? R third? That's not a perfect cubed either. 3 times 45. 135. Now we take the cube root again. Cube root. So I get the cube root of 135 equals r. 135, let's do the cube root. 5.1299. So this is, okay, that's the answer. It is 5. It doesn't say round, just say round. What is the new radius to the nearest inch? This is so dumb. 5.12 inches equals the radius, which rounds to the nearest inch, r. That's kind of silly. So let's go here. If we have 45 cube root, 45 cube root times 3. Yeah, see? Yeah. So that's interesting. 3 times. 3 times. Oh, I would also have to cube that. No, I don't know. Well, that's wrong. We would need 3 times the volume. Sorry. It's a little bit of a waste of your time. That was an interesting. Now, this is interesting also. Find the missing length, the volume. Is that perpendicular? I don't know. Volume of a four-sided figure. Volume equals 1/3 big B times h. Volume equals 1/3. Base shape is a square times the height. The volume equals 3x to the third. And so equals 1/3 s squared h. S is x. We can substitute that in. H, I don't know. I don't know what h is. That's what the question mark is. Okay. I got you. Good. So we're going to multiply by 3. This is really weird. We get 9x cubed equals x squared h. Let's divide by x squared. Divide by x squared. We get 9x equals h. Yeah, okay. 9x equals h. Yeah. That actually worked out okay. We were solving for h. Okay. That worked. This is the central angle. This is in the inscribed angle. We know central angle is going to be twice as big as the inscribed one. So if we multiply, that should equal 7x minus 9. So we get negative 11x equals 7x minus 9. Let's minus 7x. And we get negative 18x equals negative 9. Divide by negative 18. We get x equals 1/2. Now, what does it say? What's x? Solve for x. Did I do that right? It says x is 2. I don't think the inscribed angle is half. If we double that, it should be equal to that. Well, we shouldn't have to double 7x minus 9 to get that. Is that not drawn to scale? Pretty sure the central angle and the inscribed angle. Lots of videos, lots of checking answers today, baby. A lot of Googling. central angle and inscribed angle. Yeah. Yeah, central angle is twice the inscribed. So if we double the inscribed, it should equal the central. Yeah, that's 140, that's 70. So if I double this, they should be equal to each other. If I double the inscribed, I doubled the inscribed, it should equal the central. Double 5.5 is negative 11. Ooh, well, that's okay. Well, yeah, you told me it's negative. I mean, that's weird, the fact that that's negative. Maybe that shouldn't be negative. I mean, that's weird in its own right. So I don't know how that affected it. But I'm leaving this. This is a really bizarre question. Sometimes math people try to get too technical. So I don't know what, that's weird that it's negative. So I'm sticking to my 1/2. Find the circumference of a circle with a radius, 2x plus 3. So circumference equals 2 pi r. Circumference equals 2 pi. My radius is 2x plus 3. We would distribute that out into there. We'd distribute both of them. So C equals 4x pi plus 6 pi. Pi x. Pi. For pi x, we do the symbol for pi, which is a numerical value. So the circumference is going to be 4 pi x plus 6 pi. Yeah, that was the easiest problem. Yeah, that one's weird, right? Because no angle. It's not going to give you a negative angle. So, I mean, x would have to be negative. Would have to be negative, and then, I mean, are we using absolute value? I think that they overthought this problem and tried to be tricky. Right, because if I put 1/2, what's that? Negative 5.5, negative 11 over 2 times 1/2 gives you negative 11/4, which isn't going to be 7 times 1/2. Oh yeah, minus 9. 7 halves minus 18 halves gives us negative 11 halves. Oh, halves. Ooh. That's fourths. That's not. That would be. Oh, okay. So did I make a mistake there? 7 is 18. That's an interesting situation. Did I not? I remembered the negative. I don't have to distribute. It's twice that is equal to that. So if we do 2, it's 14. No, it's not. 2 doesn't work either. That's negative 11. And then that would be 14 minus 9 is not 11. But why did I get my answer incorrect? That's negative. I got positive 1/2. Positive 1/2. That's multiplication. That is negative 11 over 2, which makes negative 11/4. That's 1/2, which is 7 over 2. Minus 9 in halves is negative 11 halves. I don't know. That's a Mr. Mac gives up, because even the answer they gave is not correct. We double. Oh, double. Huh. Mr. Mac's answer is right, because they have to be double it. So if we double 11/4, yes, I was right. They were wrong. So if I double, this is half of it. So if I double negative 11 fourths times 2, we get negative 11 halves. So Mr. Mac's answer is more correct than the book's. Because if we do 2, oh, maybe, let's multiply by 2, and 7 times 2 minus 9, that's going to give us negative 11. This is going to give us 14, 9. That's going to give us negative 5. Haha, doesn't double. We don't double this to make that. 2 is wrong. I'm right. 1/2 is correct. Yes. Thanks for sticking around.